There we go. All right. If you can open your prayer books to page 340, we will join together in Hine Ma Tov. How great it is that we are here together on this day, on Joseph's special day. And we will sing Hine Ma Tov all together. Hine Ma Tov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine Ma Tov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine Ma Tov shevet achim gam yachad. Hine Ma Tov shevet achim gam yachad. Hine Ma Tov u'manayim 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 shevet achim gam yachad. Hine Ma Tov, ya la la, ya la 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 la. Hine Ma Tov, ya la la, ya la 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 la. Hine Ma Tov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine Ma Tov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. All right. Pretty good, pretty good. We are warming up here because we're not just here to watch Joseph do his thing. We're all here to pray together. He's going to lead us in prayer, and we're going to be singing together and praying together. So we all need to warm up here. I got another one for you. On page 341, we have Lo Yisagoy, and this one's got a very easy part. So if you're maybe not familiar with Hebrew or you're not comfortable singing, this is a great one to get into. Okay, can everybody say A? And then can everybody say O? And then give me an O. A. All right, now we're going to try that in Hebrew. Everybody ready? Okay, give me an A. O. O. A. Very good. All right, you got it. All right, so this one is Lo Yisagoy, and it's got a few parts to it. And the first one is that AO part. It's super easy. So if you're wanting something kind of easy, you didn't have enough coffee this morning, and you're still waking up, this is very easy part. It goes like this. A-O, O-A. Try that with me. Here we go. A-O. A-O, O-A. One more time. A-O. A-O, O-A. One more time. Now, if you're like, that's good, that's enough of a challenge for me this morning, you can stay on that part. But if you want to add some words, we have Lo Yisagoy on page 341, and it follows the same melody. You just go like this. Lo Yisagoy el goy cherev. Lo Yisagoy el goy cherev. Ayo. Now, if you want to do all the words of the blessing, it goes like this. Lo yisagoy el goy cherev, lo yumedu od milchama. Lo yisagoy el goy cherev, lo yumedu od milchama. Ayo. me and be my friend as we walk together in the path of Hashem. One last time. Thank you all. Thank you.
Shabbat Shalom. It means a Sabbath of peace. I say Shabbat Shalom, and you say back, Shabbat Shalom. Welcome. I'm Rabbi Paul Kipnis, Rabbi here at Congregation Or Ami, and with our soloist, also our youth engagement coordinator, Andrew Fromer, and Rabbi Lana, who's here with us. We welcome you all to Shabbat services this morning as we celebrate the peacefulness of being together on Shabbat, as we worship the Holy One, and as we celebrate as this wonderful young man becomes a bar mitzvah. For how many people is this the first time you've been to a bar or bat mitzvah? Okay, you want to come up and lead with us? No? Okay, good. I'm not really inviting you. I'm going to walk you all through. I'll give you a couple of hints of what to do. The first thing is smile. When you smile, we're relaxed. Serotonin gets going. Everybody feels warm and wonderful, and he does a better job in his and is not as nervous. And when I'm not as nervous, I don't talk as long. So if you smile, I'll shut up and we'll move on with the service. That's number one. Second thing I'll tell you is you won't do anything wrong. If you don't know the words, sing lie, lie, lie. Or look somewhere else on the page and find something meaningful. Or take in what our bar mitzvah is doing and let it lift you up. We are here. How many people celebrated Thanksgiving this weekend? Okay, anyone still have a turkey hangover from the stuffing? Yeah, there it is. So what we're going to do is lift ourselves and each other up. We're going to try to hold on to this thankfulness. Be thankful that we're here, thankful that we can celebrate. That's a cousin or nephew? Cousin, okay. The Children's Sanctuary is right there in Toys and Games. Does he know that? Couple of things. If you need to use the restrooms, they're right behind that wall there, but don't use the door in the sanctuary. Just go out the doorway, the glass doorway you just walked in, take 2 steps out, take a left, and the bathroom's there. If you need a glass of water, go out, and to the right, there's dividers. Behind it is a sink with a filtered water faucet, and there should be some cups there or whatever. Our prayer books are holy books. They contain the name of God. So we ask that if you're not using them, just move them somewhere else, but don't put them on the ground, please. Okay, because they're holy books. And lastly, there's going to be Hebrew, but I'll tell you more about the books in just a little bit. But first, I want to welcome all of you who are streaming with us via the live stream. Thank you for joining us for this special moment. I'm looking back there because the camera's right up there. And can you hear us in there? Awesome. Okay, I'll tell you when it's time for you to sing and dance. Okay. So, let's do this. Let me invite up Boris and Lana, Grandma and Grandpa. You don't need anything. You don't need your words. Just yourselves. Joseph. I'm going to call you Joey if that's okay. We're here. You're here. It has been a long journey. Not an easy one to learn the parts, though you seem to do it with amazement and such amazing ease and calm. But with the difficulty of losing your dad in the midst of this journey. And so many young people would have given up. But you plugged forward. You kept moving forward for reasons you'll tell us about a little later. And you are here. And you're about to take your place in Shalshalat Kabbalah, the unbroken chain of transmission of Torah. Over these past months, people have been saying to you, you're the man of the family now. You're also a 13-year-old kid, and you don't have to be a man. You're at the beginning of a journey. And you'll do it with all these people gathered here who are here because of you. Okay, a couple are here because of your mom, some are here because of your dad, but they're here to celebrate you. They believe in you. These two people, look at them, believe in you. Everybody believes in you. And the most important thing, though, is that you believe in you. So in a moment, you're going to turn and take this talit from the hands of your grandparents. Your mom bought this talit in the holy city of Jerusalem, connected to that Ir Shalom, that place, God willing, a place of peace. Peace outside and peace inside here. These talit clips, the 10 Commandments, they're so exciting. Your bar mitzvah is so exciting. You have 20 commandments of how to live. There's a joke in there. I just don't know what it is. But these are a gift from Igor, your dad Max's best friend, who brought them also from Jerusalem. So I'm going to have you turn and take the talit from the hands of your grandparents. And turn back and say the blessing.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehit atef batzitzit.
Amen. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, God of the universe, who makes us holy through mitzvot and commands us to wrap ourselves in the fringes of the talit. These are special moments. We are here. We are here. You are all here. These are special moments. You, that little baby your mom and dad held, are here. This young man. You went through fires this past year of the mind and the heart. Destructive. But you didn't let it destroy you. You are here. And your mom is there watching you with joy overflowing, and your brother, one, and the other one is taking it in his own younger brotherly way. But this community believes in you. And so we want to mark this moment with a blessing. We want to thank God for giving us life. We want to thank God for keeping us life. Gosh, we want to thank God for bringing us to this special occasion. We Jews do it with a blessing. It's on page 344, I think it's the second blessing down. It's called the Shehechianu. If you know it, I'm going to invite you to sing along with us as we praise this special moment.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, shehechianu v'kimanu v'higianu lazman hazeh. Big amen all together.
On page 341, there's a song. There's a song called Lechi Lach. It means go on a journey to yourself, for yourself. They're words that God said to Avram, to Abraham, to Sarai, to Sarah, as they left where they lived and went on a journey to become a blessing. And we sing it today because you are on a journey. And you are becoming, and you are, but you're even more becoming a blessing. And the journey your parents made to bring you to this country brought blessing too. So sit in this moment of blessing. Listen or sing along. Be filled with holiness.
Lech lecha, to a place you do not know. Lechi lach, on your journey I will bless you, and you shall be a blessing. You shall be a blessing, and you shall be a blessing. Lechi lach, lechi lach, and I shall make your name great. Lech lecha, and all shall praise your name. Lechi lach, to the place that I will show you. Lesimchat chayim, lesimchat chayim, lesimchat chayim, lechi lach, and you shall be a blessing, and you shall be a blessing, and you shall be a blessing. Lechi lach.
Let me invite you to turn in your prayer books to page 106 and 107. I forgot to invite people to turn their cell phones off. So if you'll take a moment and take out your cell phone and turn it on silent or off, I find that the cell phone that goes off in the service is the one that right now you're 100% sure is off. So take them out, just double check. If you have an Apple Watch, I don't know how you do it, but silence that thing too, so that we can be here with him. And if I'm looking at my cell phone, it's only to make sure the live stream is working. Every 2 pages in this prayer book is one prayer. So 106 and 107, using the black numbers, not the blue, is the Chatzi Kaddish. Our Bar Mitzvah is going to be chanting the Hebrew in the upper right-hand corner of the page. You can chant along with him in the Hebrew, or just look to the left. See where it says Yitkadav Yitkadash Shemei Rabbah? That's the Hebrew words, but in English letters. It's called the transliteration. If you want to know what the prayer means, look right under the Hebrew. Exalted and hallowed be God's great name. That's the translation. Now, the left-hand page has 1 or 2 readings, usually on the same theme, but that look at God or life or spirituality a little differently. And then under the lines at the bottom of each page, you'll see some commentary on this prayer specifically or on prayer in general. So here's the beauty. You can weave your way through each page trying to find something meaningful, and I'll always announce page numbers so we're all kind of on the same page. At times, I'm going to ask people to rise. So physically, if you're able to, then you will, if you would. If it's not, your body's not there, then don't just direct your heart to the Holy One. So when I say we rise, I mean physically or in spirit. So right now, we're going to rise as we're able and turn to page 106, 107 for Chatzi Kaddish.
Yitgadal v'yitkadash Shemei Rabbah Be'alma divera chirute ve'amlich mahute B'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chayedecho Beit Yisrael Ba'agala uv'izman kariv v'imru amen Yehei Shmei Rabbah Mevarach Le'alam Ul'almei Almaya Yitbarach Ve'yishtabach Ve'yitpa'ar Ve'yitromam Ve'yitnaseh Ve'yithadar Ve'yitaleh Ve'yithalal Shemei Dekudesha Berichu Le'ela Min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata damiran be'alma v'imru amen.
page 108, we have the Baruch Hu, our call to prayer.
Standing. Sorry. We continue on page 114 and 115 with Shema.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Adonai Echad Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed.
Nichamocha on page 122.
rise for the Amidah on page 124, where we start with Adonai Sefatai. And we will be jumping ahead as we go through the prayer to pages 126 and 128. Just a heads up. Adonai Sefatai Tiftach Ufi Agid Tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Page 126.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu Elohei Avraham Elohei Rivka Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel ve'Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor ve'Hanora El Elyon Gomel Hasadim Tovim Vikonei Hakol Uher Hasdei Avot V'Imahot Umevi Geula Livnei V'Nehem Lima'an Shemo Be'ava Melech Ozer Umoshia Umagen Baruch Atah Adonai Magen Avraham Vizrat Sarah.
Page 128.
Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai Mechaye HaKol Atah Rav Lehoshia Mechalkel Hayim Bechesed Mechaye HaKol Berahamim Rabim Somech Noflim Verofei Olim Umatir Asurim Mekayem Amunato Lishenei Afar Michamocha Bal Gevurot Umido Melach Melech Memit Umechaye Umatzmiach Yeshua V'ne'eman Atah L'chachayot HaKol Baruch Atah Adonai Mechaye HaKol.
Page 131. The next prayer is about holiness, about the holiness of the Holy One, holiness in the world. Some people think that true holiness is sitting up top of a mountain, maybe in a yoga pose and meditating, or it's being in meditation, or it's doing yoga, or any one of these practices, all of which Jews do. I do all of them. But for Jews, being holy is primarily about the way we act towards other people. You can't claim holiness and then treat others poorly. You can't claim holiness and go about as a talebearer. You can't claim holiness and then put a stumbling block before the blind or people with any kind of challenge or disability. Holiness is how we act towards others to lift each other up and thus the world up. So on page 131 is a selection from the book of Leviticus at the center of the 5 books of Moses, in which it talks about what it means to be holy. Some say this is a restatement of the 10 Commandments. Join me as we read it in English. The first word, Adonai, is one of the names we have for God. So let's read together on 131. Adonai spoke to Moses, saying, "Speak to the whole community of Israel and say to them, you shall be holy, for I, Adonai, am holy. You shall each revere your father and your mother, and keep my Sabbaths. When you reap your harvest, leave the corners and the gleanings for the poor and the stranger. You shall not steal. You shall not deal deceitfully falsely with one another. You shall not swear falsely by my name. You shall not defraud your neighbor. You shall not commit robbery. The wages of the worker shall not remain with you until morning. You shall not insult the deaf or place a stumbling block before the blind. You shall not render an unfair decision. Do not favor the poor or show deference to the rich. Judge your neighbor fairly. Do not go about as a talebearer. Do not profit by the blood of your neighbor. You shall not hate your kinfolk in your heart. Reprove your neighbor, but incur no guilt doing so. Do not take vengeance or bear a grudge against your kinfolk. Love your neighbor as yourself. I am Adonai." Please be seated. We continue with Vishamru in the middle of page 132.
Vishamru bnei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש, שבת ויהי נפש, שבת ויהי נפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
We continue now in silent prayer, either praying the words on the page through page 140 or those in your heart. When you're finished, you can close your book and just sit quietly.
We have come from near and far to raise our voice in song. And the more we join in the refrain, the more we feel strong. Chazak, Chazak, V'nitchazek. There is a power in this place and time. It shapes the rest of our lives. For when we return each year, we find the truth we can't deny. Be strong, let us strengthen one another. Be strong, let us celebrate our lives. Be strong, let us strengthen one another. Chazak, Chazak, V'nitchazek. Chazak, Chazak, V'nitchazek. those who came before. And we're one with all those yet to come. Our strength, it will endure. Be strong, let us strengthen one another. Be strong, let us celebrate our lives. Be strong, let us strengthen one another. Chazak, chazak. Be strong, let us strengthen one another. Be strong, let us celebrate our lives. Be strong, let us strengthen one another. Chazak, chazak. Be strong, let us strengthen one another. Be strong, let us celebrate our lives. Be strong, let us strengthen one another. Chazak, chazak. Be strong, be strong. Chazak, chazak. ונתחזק.
Is Jonathan around? Come on up here. Where's Jordan? Jordan, come on up here. Here he comes. Here he comes. Okay, buddy, come on up to the bima. Mom? And Boris and Lana, Grandma, Grandpa? And we call up Great Aunt Nell. And Grandma Tanya. And to help us open the ark, we're going to invite up Natalie Goldman and Aunt Eula. Natalie and Aunt Eula, please rise as we remove the Torah from the ark. Please rise.
Ki mitzion tetzei Torah, ki mitzion tetzei Torah, udevar Adonai mirushalayim, Baruch shenatan Torah, Torah, Baruch shenatan Torah, Torah, Le'amo Yisrael bikdushato.
Max, V'zot Torah, this is the Torah. V'zot Daka, and this is the moment we're about to pass it to you. Max, take a look around. Why do I keep calling you Max? Joey, take a look around. Take a look around. Look at these people. Some of them are smiling. Some are staring. Some want to make you laugh. Some are crying. They're all here for this holy moment. It's funny, when I called out at the beginning, Max, this is the time we pass down Torah. We have to find a way to bring Max into this room. And it's hard. He's not here. Sometimes, a lot of times, he's right here. Right here. And in here. But not as much as we sometimes want. So we have to bring him in here. Chazak, chazak, we need to find strength and be strengthened. We do it as we pass down something that was so important to all these people, to our people all over the world, and to your dad. And so you stand here, Joey, with grandparents, great aunt, with your mom, with these two brothers, ready to receive the most precious gift we have that's been given to us by God, the most precious thing next to you, our children. A repository of our stories and teachings, our traditions, a heavy book, a heavy scroll filled with heavy ideas. It reminds us that within the challenges of life, we have strength within to get us through. Within the hard moments, we can dig deep, hold on to our tradition, to our family, to our community, and rise up. It reminds us that we must count our blessings and find joy and be lifted up by this moment. So in a moment, I'm going to pass Torah down, the door of a door, to you. And you'll hold it and you'll carry it through this congregation. And even though after you read it, we'll put it back in this ark, you'll carry its ideals and its values with you as you walk out that door and out into the world. V'zot hadakah, this is the moment. V'zot haTorah, that we're going to pass Torah to you.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo. Shlosha Devarim, Al Shlosha Devarim, Ha'olam Omer, Al Shlosha Devarim, Ha'olam Omer, Al HaTorah ve'al Avodah, ve'al Gemilut Chasadim, Al HaTorah Chasadim, chasadim, al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim.
To help us undress the Torah, we call up to the bima cousin Penelope, and when they get back around, Jonathan and Jordan. Cousin Penelope, come on up.
Al Torah. Chasadim, soak it up, let it all sink in. Sweet words of Torah, let us soak it up, let it all sink in. Sweet words of Torah.
So, somewhere between 5,000 and 2,500 years ago, our Jewish people had experiences that either God wrote down on a scroll or on tablets, rather, and gave to Moses, or it was passed down stories from generation to generation, and then at some point, scribes wrote it on a scroll. Either way, in both are beliefs that are held within our tradition. We have this, the Torah scroll. It contains what we call the 5 books of Moses, so the first part of the Bible. It's written in Hebrew, which I don't think was your first language, right? Do you speak any Russian, Ukrainian? A little bit of Russian. Okay, so you got a little bit of Russian. You've got English down pretty pat. Okay, so he had to learn Hebrew. He's going to chant it, Joey will, to an ancient tune. Now, there are no musical notes in the Torah, and there are no vowels. So after he learned it, we took those away. And now he's reading it without the vowels, without the musical notes, to an ancient tune that every 13-year-old person wants to do, is to get up and stand in front of everybody and sing. Or maybe not. And that's the way we connect to our Torah, because what's happening today is what our people do around the world everywhere. You're about to witness a miracle. The miracle is ancient words are being brought to life by a thoroughly modern man. And in a little while, he's going to tell us what the Torah portion was about, what the Hebrew words were about, and what lessons it brings to our world. So we are chanting from the book of Numbers, and it's not the usual portion, Torah portion for this day, but in a little bit, Joey will tell us why, and it's purposeful, why we're reading from this section. Now we're going to call up a number of relatives for an Aliyah LaTorah to physically come up here and stand here and also on the other side of him and to bless Torah. I have the blessings in Hebrew and English, Farsi if anyone speaks Farsi. I have them transliterated into Russian also, so whichever one you want. And you'll come up and don't worry, Andrew and I will chant along with you, so we'll get everybody through this. So for our first Aliyah, Ya'amdu Esther we call up Aunt Yulia and Uncle Kevin. Ya'amdu Esther bat Baruch ve'ora ve'elchanan Shmuel Shlomo Rishon. For the first Aliyah, we call up Aunt Yulia and Uncle Kevin, and we have the trade-off of the kid.
Amen. Ish al diglo ve'otot leveit avotam Yahanu b'nei Yisrael mineged saviv le'ohel moed Yahanu ve'hahonim keid mamizracha degel mahane Yehuda letziv otam ונשיא לבני יהודה, נחשון בן עמינדב.
Beautiful point to where you finished.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah. Amen.
For the second Aliyah, we are going to call up Grandpa Boris and Grandma Lana and Grandma Tanya and great Aunt Nell. Ya'amdu Baruch ve'ora sheni. Yiddish don't have. Baruch hu et Adonai hamvorach.
Baruch Adonai Hamborach Leolam Va'ed. Baruch Adonai Hamborach Leolam Va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher b'arganu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Utzva'o uvkudehem arba'a v'shiv'im elef v'shesh me'ot v'hahonim alav matei yisasochar v'nasi livnei yisasochar Netanel ben Suar.
Beautiful. Okay, at the bottom of the page again. Come on over. Look at this.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah. Amen.
Give him a hug or a kiss. Stay right here. Take a look at these people. These are people who love you no matter what you do, no matter how you act. If you mess up, they still love you. When you succeed and soar, they still love you. These are people who remember you when you were little nothing, a baby just born or soon after. You couldn't do a lot for yourself. Your mom and dad were trying to figure out what to do with you, because babies don't come with instruction manuals. And these people, they loved you and still love you. They remember a world that they came from, a country that they came from that wasn't good for Jews and not always good for people either. And they all made the journey along with your parents to this place so you could have a life where you would soar. And in many ways, it's been a great life, and in some ways, it's been a really hard life. But these people are the constant. These are the people who will be by your side, not always the way you want, but often the way you need. And they will carry you through and love you through. So with all the gifts you're going to get over the next couple of days, the most important ones are up here. Look at each one. Feel their love and their pride. Give them one more hug, and we'll keep going. The third aliyah, the third group that comes up, is usually for parents. And so we will call up Zoya. And since Max physically can't be here, his best friends, so many of them are here, and we're going to call them up to stand with Zoya and to stand with Max's son for this special moment. So we call up Zoya, we call up Igor and Lenny and Greg and Harry and John. Ya'amdu Chava bat Baruch ve'ora v'akfutza shlishi. You come stand right next to him. Come on up. Okay, Senator, why don't you go around right next to him? You stay with him. You go all the way around. Okay, go. Here's the. You guys want to rush? No, I'm kidding. And don't worry, you don't have to do it. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Baruch et Adonai Hamorach. Leolam va'ed. Baruch Adonai Hamorach leolam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah. Amen.
Amen. Utzva'o uvkudav arba'a v'hamishim elef ve'arba me'ot. Matei Zevulun v'nasi livnei Zevulun Eliav ben Chelon.
Beautiful. Okay, at the bottom of the page now. 1, 2, 3. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torat emet v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah. Amen. Give him a hug or a kiss or a handshake. For the fourth aliyah, the final aliyah, the maftir, we call up Joseph, the bar mitzvah. Ya'amod Yitzchak Avram ben Moshe Aryeh v'Chava Chazak Chazak v'nid Chazek Isha bar mitzvah.
Baruch et Adonai Habarach.
Baruch Adonai Havarach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Habarach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et torato. Baruch atah Adonai notain haTorah.
Amen. You want to read some Torah?
Utzva'o Ufkudav Shiva Vahamishim Elef Ve'arba Me'ot Kol Hapkudim Lemachane Yehuda Me'at Elef Ushmonim Elef Ve'sheshet Alafim Ve'arba Me'ot Letzivotam Rishona Yisa'u. Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam Asher Natan Lanu Torat Emet V'Chaye Olam Nata B'Tochenu Baruch Ata Adonai Notain HaTorah.
Amen. Now, while the Torah is open, it's our tradition to say a prayer called the Mishaberach prayer. It's on page 253, the indented words. It's a prayer of healing. Whenever we gather as a community, we want to think not only of ourselves, but those who are ailing, those who are struggling physically, emotionally, dealing with mental illness, physical illness, spiritual turmoil. This is a song we sang many times with Max and for Max. There's no guarantee of a cure that the disease comes out of the body or the mind. But Jewish tradition teaches that with the help of prayer, we will find the strength to get through even the hardest of times. So it's our tradition. I bring my hand around the room, and when I pass where you're sitting, if there's someone for whom you're asking for blessings of healing for, I'm going to invite you to say out loud their name and say their relationship to you. So I might say my Uncle Fred or my friend Sophie. And then when we're done, we'll sing together Mishberach, a prayer for healing. So this morning, we asked for blessings of healing for all of them and all of us. Let's sing on page 253 the indented words of Torah.
Misheberach Avoteinu Mekor Abracha Leimotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Misheberach imotenu mekor abracha leavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen. And let us say Amen.
To help us dress the Torah now, we call back to the Bima Jonathan and Jordan, or maybe just you, come on up, and Penelope. Cousin Penelope, come on up again. Don't worry, I won't make you give him a hug again. And to help us open and close the ark, family friends Julie and Greg. I know there's like 10 or 12 Julies here, but Julie and Greg, that's you all coming up. And if you'll stand at the ark doors, I'll tell you when to do it. I'm going to hold up the Torah so you can see what's written in it. There will be 3 columns, and our bar mitzvah read, I think the middle column and the one on my left, that'll be on your left, yes. Please rise as we give honor to the Torah.
Vezot haTorah asher sam Moshe lifnei bnei Yisrael al pi Adonai beyad Moshe. It is a tree of life to them that hold fast to it, and all of its supporters are happy. It's a tree of life to them that hold fast to it, and all of its supporters are happy. Shalom, 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 shalom. It's Chaim Kila Machaziki Babetomea Meushar. It's Chaim Kila Machaziki Babetomea Meushar. Shalom, 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 shalom. Shalom, 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 shalom.
Say, please be seated.
Wait.
Please be seated.
Do I go? Is it my turn? I have to say, out of all speeches that I've ever done, this is the most difficult one. And I've spoken in front of thousands of people. So, my dear Joey, to say that I'm proud of you is an understatement. I'm beyond proud of what you have accomplished. The heroes are not the ones that make heroic events once. The heroes, the true heroes, are the people that make a choice to show up every day, no matter what. You have shown incredible strength in making a choice to be present and to do what matters, to go to school, to study Hebrew, keep your grades up, and that takes more than strength. It takes strength, stamina, and courage. It's more important than a single act of heroism. You're mature beyond your years. Your dad and I were always amazed and secretly proud when you lectured us on repeating the same arguments over and over again without resolving them. That was a cool one. You have stoically accepted the fact that you were twice promised a puppy and instead got little brothers. My biggest wish for you today is to be kind. Be kind to your family, to your friends, and most importantly, be kind to yourself. Life is full of choices. The best we can do is try to make good ones. We're all so proud of you. I love you.
Joey, why don't you teach us a little bit?
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
The Torah portion I read today is Bamidbar, which is in the book of Bamidbar, or Numbers. I chanted chapter 2, verses 2 through 9. This special Torah portion was planned to be read back in June, but we postponed the service since my dad was sick. I'm reading these verses today while thinking about him. My Parsha, or Torah portion, describes the Torah census, or counting of the Israelites in the wilderness. For each of the 12 tribes, it counted all the men of fighting age, listing the troops and who their leader was. In all, there were 603,550 men of fighting age. Of course, they did not count the women, children, elderly people, men who could not fight, and the entire tribe of Levi. That meant that there were almost 3 million Israelites at that time. Not everyone there had to fight. Only people brave enough or willing to fight were counted. They might have been counting to see how many troops they had in total to make sure that they had enough troops in case they need to fight. There's another message here, that each individual counts, that each makes up the whole. I personally want people to think about me as a guy who always gets the job done no matter what. Although I sometimes may feel lazy and some people may wonder if I care about stuff, I personally care very deeply about things that really matter to me, like my grades and my family. I want to be known for caring about the important things in life, like family and friends and other people. I would say, from personal experience, that each of us counts, which means we should believe in ourselves. When I was younger, I did not believe in myself and felt excluded. That led me to feel down and not want to participate in activities. Believing in oneself is the one thing that will get us through challenging times, like elementary, middle, and high school, or your job and other life situations. Even if some people do not like you for no apparent reason, if we just believe in ourselves and make good friends, we can make it through school or a job feeling better than we used to feel. I'm becoming a bar mitzvah because it is what my parents and grandparents wish for me. This religious ceremony is a big event in my life, symbolizing that I am taking the first steps on the path to becoming a man in Judaism. I've looked forward to having all of you, my family and friends, together, especially those I have not seen in a while. It was meaningful to my dad in part because growing up in Kiev, Ukraine, then part of the Soviet Union, he was not allowed to become a bar mitzvah. I am proud I can do this today. There are a number of people who I count on regularly who I want to thank. Mom, thank you for always being there for me, even in the toughest parts of life in school. You're one of the smartest and bravest people I know to this day. You have helped me get through elementary and middle school amazingly. You do so much, yet through it all, you still have enough energy to play and take care of my brothers and me. I also want to thank you for working as hard as you can to go on amazing trips together with our extended family. I love you. If my dad were here today, he would be one of the most proud parents in the world. He would be congratulating me almost uncontrollably for succeeding in accomplishing everything I need to do to become a bar mitzvah. My dad was so good at keeping any room in a happy mood. Let's laugh a lot today in his memory. Jonathan, thank you for being one of the most amazing brothers I could ever wish for. You're one of the craziest but funniest kids I have ever met. Some of the greatest memories I have are with you, making them even better. I love you. Jordan, you are one of the best, if not the best, youngest brothers anyone could ask for. You always somehow manage to make almost everyone laugh whenever you try. I'm so proud of how you make everyone you meet have a smile on their face. I love you. Tanya, you are amazingly sweet. We have a great time together playing games whenever you come over. Thank you for always bringing us wonderful little surprises when you visit. I love you. Tanya, я тебя люблю. Baba, you are one of the greatest grandmas in the world. You always spoil me and my brothers when we are together. Thank you for always taking amazing care of me and my younger brothers during my mom's business trips. I love you. Deda, you are alongside the greatest grandpas in the world. I love playing with your remote-controlled boats in the pool in the backyard. I appreciate you for always waking me up on time to get to school. I love you. Oh, and Nula, I have one word for you. Moo. I love being a part of Congregation Orami as it is also a place where I can comfortably relax with friends. Orami is one of the best places to be at while being Jewish, yet also having a bit of fun. The teachers, counselors, staff, and rabbis here are amazing at their work, creating caring communities, and so personally, it is one of my favorite places to be. Whenever I just do not feel like going anywhere, yet I want to have that cozy home feeling, I go to Orami. I want to thank my bar mitzvah teacher, Diane Townsend, for helping me for over a year with my Hebrew and finding how to sing properly. You are, in my mind, the best Hebrew teacher anyone could ask for. I would like to thank Andrew Fromer, Orami's youth engagement coordinator, and a most fabulous musician for teaching us all the songs we sing and for leading the music at today's service. You are always able to cheer anyone up with your music. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Rabbi Lana Zoberman, all the way, for being here and helping bless me. I enjoyed our time together when you helped me understand my Torah portion. I want to thank Rabbi Paul Kipnis for guiding me through the process of becoming a bar mitzvah. Thank you for also helping my family through the hard times when we need the support. You're a supportive rabbi. Thank you. Finally, I want to thank all of you for coming to my bar mitzvah and supporting my family and me. Shabbat Shalom.
Mazel tov, mazel tov, siman tov, siman tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, siman tov, siman tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, siman tov. Elanu, 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 uvecho Yisrael. Elanu, elanu, uvecho Yisrael. Siman tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, siman tov, siman tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, siman tov, siman tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, siman tov. Elanu.
Scary. But you did it, right? Feel good? This may not be the hardest thing you've ever gone through, and it clearly won't be the hardest you'll have to do. But this was pretty intense and pretty hard. And in the context of everything going on in the world and in your life, it was darn challenging. And yet, as I look into the eyes of all the people here, people who have known you for a long, long time, some since you were born, everybody's so proud of you. And I hope you are as proud of yourself as we are of you. And we have a couple of additional gifts to give you. This is a Tu'udat Bar Mitzvah, a Bar Mitzvah certificate that says you became a Bar Mitzvah here with Orami. And this has my name and Andrew Fromer's, and you'll write your name there in a little bit. We also have for you a certificate, a book, Israel Matters. Understand the past and look to the future. This is a gift of Jewish Federation. It's also recognition that to understand what's going on in Israel is impossible by just looking at TikTok and Snapchat and Instagram. It's impossible to understand Israel looking at Fox News or MSNBC or CNN. All of them just give you a little taste of what's going on. To understand Israel, you got to dig deep and understand that this is a conflict that goes back hundreds of years, but the Jewish people's life in Israel goes back thousands of years too. Remember, in the Christian world, Jesus was a rabbi, a teacher, and he lived there when the Jewish people were there a couple thousand years ago. But have enough space in your heart to feel the pain of Israelis, what they're going through now. And to be a Jew is to have enough space in your heart to feel pain for all that the Palestinians are going through now, their losses too. We can do both and still be true to our tradition. So here's a book. Don't sit down and read it now. Go celebrate, but later on you'll take a look at it. And since we're giving you a book, you should get over to Israel to see it. So I have to put your name here. In the URJ, the Reform Movement, has for you a gift certificate good for $3,250 toward a trip to Israel during one of your high school summers. It's one of the Reform Movement trips. So this is sort of worth a lot. And there's more scholarship money through the temple and through Jewish Federation. So your mom will put this in a safe deposit box or somewhere special. And lastly, Lamptey, our high school youth group that Andrew's the advisor for, is filled with 9th through 12th graders who are really cool young people. And they heard you're a really cool kid too and want to get to know you. So they're giving you this gift for you to join them for their first event at no cost. Okay, so hold on to that. And I have one more gift. And then we have a mezuzah. Goes on the doorpost of your house, angled in to remind the person who lives in there, you, that you have to live up to a higher ethical standard than the world. So hold on to that. I'm now going to take this wonderful young man before the ark and share some private words of blessing with him. As I do, I want you to imagine that you are standing in my shoes. What words of blessing, of praise, would you share with Joey? I know that later on tonight and throughout the weekend, you'll pull him aside, pull his mom aside, and share the Shep Nachas, share those words of blessing, of praise with him. So for now, sit back. Listen to, Andrew's going to play a song about Ledor Vador, about passing our values on from generation to generation. And think words of blessing.
We are gifts, and we are blessings. We are history in song. We are hope, and we are healing. We are learning to be strong. And we are words. We are stories. We are pictures of the past. We are carriers of wisdom, not the first and not the last. Ledor Vador, Nagid God Lecha. Ledor Vador, we protect this chain. From generation to generation, Ledor Vador, these lips will praise your name. Looking back on the journey that we carry in our hearts, from the shadow of the mountain to the waters that would part. We are blessed, we are holy, we are children of your way. And the words that bring us meaning, we will have the strength to say. Ledor Vador, Nagid God Lecha. Ledor Vador, we protect this chain. From generation to generation, Ledor Vador, these lips will praise your name. Ledor Vador, Ledor Vador, Ledor Vador. Ledor Vador, Nagid God Lecha. Ledor Vador, we protect this chain. From generation to generation, Ledor Vador, these lips will praise your name.
Rabbi Lana and I are now going to bless you with Birkat Kohanim, the priestly benediction, words of Torah, that we bless at all the special moments of life.
יברכך אדוני וישמרך.
May God bless you and watch over you.
יאר אדוני פניו אליך ויחונך.
May God's presence shine upon you and be gracious unto you.
יישא אדוני פניו אליך וישם לך שלום.
May God be with you wherever you go. And may God grant you and me and this whole community and this whole world with the most precious of blessings. The blessing of shalom, of peace in our world, in our communities, in our homes. And know that you are a vehicle of peacefulness and wholeness too, just as you are. Mazal tov. Rabbi Lana, in addition to being one of the rabbis of our congregation, is also an incredible scholar, a very gifted tour guide, has taken us through Israel and Europe many times, a mother of 3, and today the babysitter, so that mom can have a little time in here with your other son, one of the other 2. Whenever we're together, we take a moment to remember our loved ones who are no longer with us. It's important to remember that they are part of our lives still. They help make us who we are and can be an inspiration as we walk forward into the rest of life. It's our tradition that we name aloud those we are remembering at this time of Kaddish, those who have died at this season or in years past. Again, you say their name in relationship to you, my Uncle Fred, my friend Sophie. And then we'll say together the words of Kaddish. So this morning we are remembering
My dad.
May all their names and memories be for blessing. Let's turn to page 294. 294. And we rise as we are able. As we say together the words of Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah. Be'alma divera chirutei v'yamlich malchutei. B'chayechon u'v'yomechon. Uvachaye dechol Beit Yisrael, Ba'agala uvizman kariv imru Amen. Yehi Shmei Rabba Mivarach Leolam Ulomei Amaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yithadar v'yit'aleh v'yithalal. Shemei d'kudusha b'richu. Le'ela min kol berchata v'shirata, tushbachata v'nechemata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru Amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shamaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru Amen. Oseh shalom b'mrumav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru
Amen.
May the one who brings peace to the high heavens bring peace to us, to all Israel and all the world, as we say together, Amen. Yeah.
We are going to conclude with Oseh Shalom, the words we just said at the end of the prayer, wishing us everlasting peace. Oseh Shalom b'mroma, hu yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru amen. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, yaseh shalom. Shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, shalom. shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael.
Mazel tov.
Mazel tov.
Yeah. So, after this amazing Shabbat service, you may have worked up a little bit of a hunger. So we're going to go from here to McDonald's. Oh, no, we're not. We're going to, I can't even say it again. Fogo de Chao. Did I say that right? Fogo de Chao. We'll all join over there and continue this celebration. Thank you for being here with Congregation Orami. We're here almost every Friday, unless we're not, but we usually are. And look us up on the web and join us, and we stream all the services. Thanks for being here. Celebrate this young man and make him feel special. Shabbat Shalom.